Today we are back on the Nova, and in today's episode we are focusing on addressing the very rusty floor. Now, I heard your comments. You guys want the body off, you think I should deal with the chassis properly, and I totally agree. Having a solid base is vital for a good car and, even more importantly, a safe car. But taking the body off this thing isn't as clear cut. Obviously, we discussed last week my concerns about the state of the fiberglass. I truly do think taking this body off, you're going to cause a lot of damage to the fiberglass and it's going to just open a whole can of worms. But we've discussed that, and of course that could be remedied, but there's two other things which are on my mind. Problem number one, warping. So this body and chassis have been together since the 70s, and essentially over the years they will have twisted together, they will have settled together, all sorts of things, but they are together. So a concerning thing that could happen is when you separate the body from the chassis, they will both change shape, and then when you go to put them back together, they won't fit. Now, of course, you could brace the chassis floor pan. That is not a big deal at all. Bracing the body is a little bit more complicated, but again, this is quite a big deal. We need to retain the shape of these two key components, or we're just going to have so many more problems on top of the already massive fiberglass issues that I think we'd uncover when chopping this thing up. Problem number two. A lot of you said just get another Beetle, take this body off, put this on. We'd actually have loads of fitment issues as discussed before, but actually the problem I'm coming to is the identity is so important. What makes this legally a Nova is that floor pan. So we can't put it on another Beetle without losing its identity. We can't just buy a complete brand new floor pan and build it up and keep the identity. Technically, that's something you could do if you weren't putting out videos and 200,000 people were tuning in, but they are, and that means we have to stick with this floor pan. This floor pan is the car, basically. If we somehow impaired this car's identity, it's dead in the water. You could never legally get one of these through the inspections required these days. It's allowed on the road because it is a historic vehicle. And problem number three, there is just one of me. There's lots of things I would do in an ideal world if I had loads of money, I had loads of equipment, but it's just me in a field with basic tools, a generator, and no water. So I have to be very sensible and honest with what I can actually achieve within my reality. So what am I leaning towards? Well, it's still very likely that we will lift the body off, but before I commit to such a big step, I feel like I need to get a better understanding on the actual condition of the chassis. It might be hard to believe, but in person, it doesn't look quite as bad as it does on camera. But it's not what we can see, it's what we can't see. It's the mating surfaces and all the nooks and crannies that at this moment in time aren't visible, but that could be where the rust is really a whole lot worse.